started.
Good evening. It is a pleasure to interact with all the team members, and special thanks to Manoj sir for providing an interactive, live, realistic and heartwarming session. What touches the mind, heart and soul is what the organization can look forward and create excellent value from it to its peak potential and create an atmosphere where the mind, heart and soul works in tandem. There are 2 or 3 concepts which are very good and which help to see this in a light perspective and a proper way. One is stakeholders interview, second is the empathy walk, and third is the dialogue perspective. This is an experiential learning, so if you learn it from the class itself, it will be the best. And this is the second session I have learned, and the experience from the first and the second session is quite different. Thank you very much.
Shall I go? Hello everyone, myself Ankit Nahar. I am basically chartered accountant, but as my choice, I have taken the opportunity for being an EA to managing director. I was discussing with Vivek sir that it was good that we haven't attended our earlier program, but because there were only a company people. But here we got a chance to interact with various industrial owners who are into IT, textile, and even ENA. So here maybe we got a chance to learn many things new, which we might have not learned in the same industrial perspective. So starting from yesterday, the first thing was from ego to eco. Definitely we all were working from ego rather than working towards the eco, wherein we have created those 3 social divide, natural divide and spiritual divide, wherein we were neglecting the nature, and as was written that 1.8 times we are using the nature simultaneously in social divide and spiritual divide as well, wherein we were not focusing on those things. Afterwards, empathy walk and stakeholders interview, they are the big things which can create a change in the work-life balance and working atmosphere. I am also very harsh, like Sandeep sir is saying, when it comes to work, maybe because I was doing all things myself, but it's a time that I need to understand that what my team member thinks and what the organization thinks. It's not that only your thought matters, everyone thoughts matters. You have to first of all listen to them and understand them. Another one thing was we were treating at symptom levels. Rather than treating all problems at symptom levels, we should go to the structure that where is the problem. It's not that problems is always at the symptom level, but problems are at structure level as well. Another thing which we learned today, talk nice and the dialogues. So I believe that everywhere talk nice was happening, but with the perspective of dialogue and learning the perspective of how to learn and understand the perspective of each and every persons in a meeting or in your team. It's very important to move ahead with keeping a good work culture. And the last thing, the 3 things which were shared: voice of judgment, voice of cynicism, sorry, I am not able to pronounce it, and voice of fear. So yes, we need to come ahead with that, with all 3 C's: curiosity, compassion and courage. That's it. Thank you.
Again.
Start.
Okay. Sawadee I'm Anna. I'm from Thailand. And thank you everyone. Special thank you for Manoj. And I'm own business, 2 company. And one company is a language school, and another company is training center. And I'm This time I have intention come to join this class because of after I want to reflect myself about this class is very useful for my company and my life a lot, and this time I want to reflect and I want to learn more. And in 2 days I learned a lot, and something impact me is about the movie. It's an intrigue movie about my opinions, intrigue movie. The most important is life is dangerous. Because of I try to find the answer how I overcome my fear. You know, I'm success the business, I'm success my job, my life a lot, and I confident, I'm freedom. But I still have a fear in my mind. And after that, this class impact me about, I accept about this is a human being. You know, in 2 days, I'm fear in this class. I deal with my fear in 2 days, you know. You know, all of you is a man, only me is a woman. This is my fear. And you know, my English is gone, you know. This is my fear. I don't understand much. I don't understand 100%. This is my fear, you know. That's very useful for my life, you know. And this is a real situation. That's why I want to come. You know, I don't know what I got from this class, but all of you, I want to say all of you, you know, give me the experience and you let me overcome my fears a lot. And now I got the answer from Ram and Manoj. They said, this is a human being. I said, oh, can I stop my fear? They said, no, this is a human being. You know, I know this concept so long time, but I still thinking about, I can stop, I can stop my fear. But today, I'm realized and I present my life. Fear is not stop, just human being. And thank you for everyone. I learned a lot and deal with myself, reflect myself, connect with myself about overcome my fear. You know, it's very useful for my company because of business make me fear. It's a lot. Business is not it's not success, only success, you know. 20 years, success, fail, breakdown, breakthrough, so many problems in the business. And the last responsibility is me. I'm an owner, right? And I take responsibility, I take integrity, I do everything until I'm fear. And after that, I run away. That means it's open up in this class about I'm not interested about the business anymore. And I try to pretend I interesting, but I'm not interested. I'm fear. And in 2 days, thank you this class, thank you everyone, thank you Manoj. Wow, I could not say. I think I overcome my fear and I can create the future with my business, my team, my I would say my student, my worker, and the people in my life. I hide myself from them. Now I think I open mind, open heart, and open view again. I want my life back and overcome my fear from a human being. Thank you everyone. Thank you. ขอบคุณค่ะ
Go.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I'd like to thank Sir who has invited us for this session, and it was very fruitful and grateful. Great learning from this session, and also the teammates who are here right now, means from various different fields and everything. So, basically my 3 learnings what I'm taking today from here is like I learned the empathy walk, which in this like मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि it is very good to connect with other people like very deeply apart from their professional life. so that we can understand each other, उनसे connection ज़्यादा बढ़े और लोगों को जानने मिला as a human being, not as a professional. Okay, and second मेरा learning था जो ये था कि organization culture, जिसे हमारा as I am working in ME Polymer as an executive assistant to managing director. I have joined recently before 3 to 4 months. But what I feel like कि organization culture की बहुत ज़रूरत है हमारे organization को, where we need to adapt right from this learning कि how we can implement in our company and to take our company's vision and everything to take forward. उसको कैसे आगे ले जाएंगे, पर पहले हमें उस पर work करना पड़ेगा. So that is the most thing I have learned. And the third is we need to make our organization as an organization fit for human beings. So these are the 3 main points which I have learned from this session, and I will be great. I will be learning more sessions with this. Thank you.
So, very good evening team. My name is Jayasha, as we have already interacted in the 2-day seminar. So, talking about my job profile, I am assistant manager to international marketing. I look after the Latin American markets, and I am with ME Polymer Silvassa since last 2.5 years. So I have attended various seminar sessions, but this is something introduced, something very new which was not accepted, which was not expected to be in my professional life. So thanking my company, MANOJ sir, and all the colleagues who were a part of this seminar in these 2 days. It was great knowing people from different culture, different professions, and different levels of hierarchy, to know your views about this leadership meeting. So to start about my sharing in last 2 days, there are some jargons which I have blocked in my mind. First one is numbers is nonsense. Second, you are more intelligent than your brain, but your brain doesn't want you to know this. And third is, we are working with machines and not human beings. So, we all knew that the grass is green, but when we started to dig inside and go deeper, we realized we are stuck with only problems. We found no solutions. In the 2-day session, thanks to Manoj sir again, so he is well equipped with tools to fight such situations, because this is something regular which is happening in day-to-day life in our organization. The very first is realizing that the very next colleague with whom you are working, you don't even know her world outside this organization. So tools like empathy walk, tools like stakeholder interview will help further to build that connect with the people, and and he rightly said that people will get attached to people and not the organization. So this is a very powerful tool, I believe, to know the colleagues and the environment with whom you are working. It helps not only in organization but also in personal life. Second is the acting, we all are good actors. We just realize this when we attend the meetings, and some problems or some observations which were very key, which we never knew but we were doing unintentionally, things like talk nice and talk tough. It is great that we are introduced to a concept of dialogues, and it is a great tool, and we are very much motivated to get this implemented from the very next day when we start working, when we go back to our offices again, and to find a way to collaborate with at least the people who have attended this seminar, and how we can take these learnings into our organization to make these 2 days effective and to make this seminar sustainable. Thank you.
Hi everyone, good evening. Myself Jigar Pandya. I am Director of Growth in Upsquare, Ahmedabad. I see this session very differently. I had attended many sessions, but the sessions become boring because of educator is educating. We never got a chance to have practicals. So in both days we have practicals. Say that come to the group and do this practical. So this was the major thing which I can relate myself that from this I can learn more. Okay, before going to the 3 learnings, I want to share that before today, last night I was watching one movie which is Oscar winning. Can you guess that movie? My opinion. I was watching that movie last night, and I relate myself that past years I was also watching movie, and I am now clear that what I am missing. Okay, so I have learned new data. Brain is your biggest enemy. System thinking, interconnected or interdependent system thinking. If you are department, if you are in a department, then you are in a trap. There is no department. There is a organization culture. Okay. First key which I can take from this session is learn about symptoms, structure, and source. From my experience, we had a lot of problems in my past, but we are trying to solve as a symptom level. We never go to the structure or source. Okay, this is the main thing which I learned from this session. Second thing I can club into 2. First is empathy walk, and second is stakeholder interview. Okay, so last night I was thinking about only empathy walk because I went to my office yesterday, meet 5 persons on the same day, because I want to go into this scenario that why Mr. Manoj is giving us this practice to have with your own people. I went to home and I did with my wife also. But before where I giving my most of the time office, how they are thinking with me. So I got some new data from my own people whom I am working with from past 5 or 6 years. So I did not get even 5 or 6 years or 10 years also. Okay, so the third thing is talk nice and talk tough. At some point we are already know that we are talking nice to our boss or our peers, or sometimes we talk tough that this will not work because of this reason. But this is not by maintaining. The only major thing is culture of a dialogue, which I learned today's session. Today's session was different, and today's session was covered only 2 or 3 points, but all the points are different, and which I like. What I want to share is before this meeting, what I learned from these 2 days. What I found in myself is I was in fear to share the data to my team. Okay, which I learned mostly, and I will work on it, and will try to share as much as data with my team so that they can create wonder out of it. Thank you very much.
Hi, good evening. My name is Ramakrishnan. I just retired as a professor of electrical engineering from the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and I am currently a adjunct faculty in IIT Hyderabad, and I also advise a startup in Bangalore. And my most important objective in my life currently is to transform schools such that it nurtures the potential of every student. and it's a place that children want to come. And but I understand that it's a very complex system, and I don't know where to start. And I attended this program called Leadership from the Emerging Future because it is designed to look at systems and transforming systems and what it involves to transform systems. And these 2 days I really benefited quite a bit. One of the things I really understood is that organizations, most organizations as they currently exist, are not designed to bring the best of the people. That is, people cannot completely participate with their hearts, brain and the soul. And we need to really do that, so the best is not being given. And the other thing that I understood is we cannot transform an organization unless we look at it from the point of view of all the stakeholders involved. Like if I look at the schools, there is a viewpoint from the teachers, from the parents, from the students, and the management, and the people who fund it, and also maybe the government, policies from the Ministry of Education and things like that. Unless I deal with all of that, really transforming that is impossible. And the third most important thing I learned is, most of the time, as a human being, I don't listen fully to another human being. That's because I'm always occupied with my own opinions of what they are talking, rather than actually listening to where they are coming from and what they are saying. And my listening is also impeded by my labels for people. I always, before itself, I label, oh, he's from this region, or he's talk this language, or he's like this, the moment I put any label, that prevents me from listening to that person as a simple human being, and I'm not able to completely listen. So this is all the valuable lessons I'm taking from this. And thanks MANOJ, ONKAR for giving this opportunity, and thanks all of you for being great participants. This is a real great opportunity for me to participate here from top management of many industries from different regions of India, which I think is a real boon for me. Thank you.
Start. Okay, my name is Sandeep Agrawal, and I am the CEO of, co-founder and CEO of Credences Solutions. We are into the business of data management solutions for enterprises. The three biggest things which I am taking away from this workshop is, connecting with people across the organization, which is a method which we learned in this particular workshop is empathy walk. This allows, the divides which we have amongst departments, the divide which we have amongst the people, the divide which we have amongst the organization and the customer, really listening to the people as to where they come from, being interested in people, and that is not just at my level or the leadership level. It's about, across the organization, people need to connect with each other and know where they really come from, and being interested in people. Right? So that's the biggest takeaway, one of the biggest takeaways. The second biggest takeaway is the stakeholder interview. It really matters when we, as people in the organization, understand what are the objectives, what are the driving factors for each individual in our organization, and even outside the organization. What are they up to? What is it that drives them? In fact, what I realized is that nobody is even asking them. In fact, they have even forgotten at times, or they are not in touch with what drives individuals in their lives. So, having this, structured way of having a stakeholder interview will allow people to express and get in touch with their vision, with their aims in their life, and at least be able to share and express to the colleagues and the peer group and their managers within the organization, which brings a completely different level of connect, as to what what really drives them. So I believe stakeholder interview is not only important for having with customers, which we generally have it in the form of client feedback at times, not exactly in the same subject, but even within the organization. And the last and the third and the biggest thing which I am taking away is the structure of dialogue. Generally, within the organization, when we have meetings for new initiatives, for new objectives, there is a lot of ideas and opinions and point of view which people have to share. And the way it was happening up until now and still continues to happen is that we just don't listen and we shut up people, and force each other's opinion, which actually creates a very different, unworkable culture within the organization. And the idea which I am taking away from this dialogue is being a representative of the opinions and point of views of the people without invalidating them. So how to intervene, how to have a conversation by listening to them and acknowledging them for the point of view which they bring up. It's not about right or wrong. It's about making them feel is a very low level, I would say, but making them making them feel that they are heard. I think that is very important in a dialogue. And it's a time-consuming thing. It should not be rushed up. One needs to create space and time to have such conversations, especially when there are new initiatives across the organization. Right? Be it a project, be it internal, external. I think these are the three biggest takeaways which I am taking from this workshop. Thank you so much.
Right. So, hi everyone. This is Sarath here. I am from Ambipolimo Silvassa, working as a senior manager HR and admin. So I'm here as a part of this exercise we initiated recently to define the organization's vision, and then we identified there are like a few more exercises which has to be done before we even start discussing about vision. So we had this initial session in Mumbai for the leaders, which we came up with. There was a list of employees who will be the leaders, who will help in defining the vision for the organization. And then we missed a session, and another session was organized, and then we are here, 5 of us are here. So yes, we had a little idea about the session, how it is designed and how exactly things will be discussed and all that. We got a little bit of insight from our MD, but we were really excited to know more about this, and then we are here, right? So yes, from yesterday's session we started to discuss one of the main major pain areas we are facing as employers, or let's say management or HR, or top CEOs as we say. So we started discussing about a major concern, which is why people are not bringing their heart, head and soul into the organizations, right? So we started discussing about it, and then Mr. MANOJ was given insights, and then we had this discussion on that. So basically we started discussing about the 3 major divides, which is eco divide, social divide, and spiritual divide, right? And then one of the statement which he made that's still stuck in my mind, where it was clearly saying that we do intelligent sounding junk, right? I mean, in your discussions or in your organizations or whatever it is, we are literally trying to please the boss, right? And that's how it goes. But then it was very shocking to understand that this is actually how it's going, and I was surprised that it's just not me. It's just everyone in this room is having these similar issues, and this is, I don't know, this is a major issue which has to be addressed and to find a solution for. And then we discussed about why exactly is it missing, and then we discussed about empathy walk, how exactly empathy walks should be done, and as part of it, how we will be taking ahead by having stakeholder interviews where we have 3 structured questions which you have to follow, and this has to be carried out as a habit religiously, not just one time. Then only these changes will reflect in the organizations and all that. And then we, obviously, when we discuss about empathy work, we said we have to look from others' perspectives with genuine interest in them. So then only then people will open up, and people will have genuine sharing. And then today we were discussing about talking nice. About the organization, 90% of the organizations they follow talk nice, where people will just talk nice, and then end of the day the goals are not met. And this rest 10% they do talk tough still. The game doesn't change. So we came to a conclusion where things should be moving in dialogue perspective, where we have dialogue structure where all the stakeholders will be having genuine interest in each other, and then the discussions will be carried out in a proper structured way, where we have to keep our listening open and keep the observing open as well, right? So I love the session so far, and this, apart from the session, I just wanted to say that from the sharings that we all have made, we could realize a lot of shocking stuff, which is a pain area for not just me, and that's a relief too. It's not just my problem, that's a problem for almost all the organizations, or a good chunk of it, right? So it's a realization stage rather than learning something. It's a realization, I would say, where from today we will start thinking that how exactly it should be done, and it's not just a one man's game. It's just we need a core team for this, and especially we are 5 from the same organization. So I strongly believe that if you take it as a challenge, or if you take it as an opportunity to start from scratch, and then you define it properly in a way that you spread it to the team, and then end of the day you can make it there, right? So yeah, thank you.
Done.
Hi, this is Vipul, and I work as a COO at Upsquare Technologies. So I'm glad I made to this DRU workshop. Some of the 3 key things that struck me and made me think is, number 1 is brain is my enemy. I think it hit me. Second is speed is nonsense. Third is leadership is not about you. So I kept wondering yesterday when Manoj sir said leadership is not about you. But now on day 2, I probably understand what is it all about. So some of the great tools and techniques, some of the concepts that I understood is understanding the 3 divides. How to practice open mind, open heart, and open will. And a lot of learnings and realizations while we understood that. And the 2 techniques, very powerful techniques, very simple. Obviously we knew it all the time, maybe we were practicing it, but not to the fullest extent, is empathy walk and stakeholder interview. I think it gives opportunity to do this on a regular basis. There is nothing like doing it one time. We have to keep on doing with more and more people. And one of the other things that struck me is, like open mind, it is not going to stay open forever. We will have to, time and again open, we will have to practice to open it time and again, and then see the benefit of it. The application or the benefit that I see, which I can apply readily in my role at my organization, is one is I have determined that I want to have dialogue more than having talking it nicely or talking it tough. So dialogue is something which I would like to practice. Second is I want to connect as human with as much people as possible. And third is I want to be CEO, meaning Chief Education Officer, wherein I will have to take the initiative myself to help people to think. So I think these are the main takeaways, and thank you, Manoj sir, for enlightening us. Thank you.
So, yes, hello everyone, good evening. Myself is Vivek Rai. I am from Ami Polymer Private Limited, Silvassa, and looking after over there HR and administration, plant operation, compliances, and legal task also. Before coming to this session, we have more discussion about this session about leading from the future, and our organization organized a session before this session also. So we are unable to attend at that session, so we are coming here to attend the same. What I learned from this session, mostly human beings are divided into three parts, like ecological divide, social divide, and spiritual divide. I experienced also yesterday night when I meet one of my vendor. So, and second one is people always living their life in their opinions only, opinions and judgments only. They don't care about anything. They don't fail to connect with the human beings. Even though we are that person is also a human, but he don't want to understand other human beings. They treat them like machinery equipments or I don't know what. लेकिन ऐसा ही सिचुएशन है, एंड इसकी वजह से लोग अकेलापन फील कर रहे हैं, लोनलीनेस फील कर रहे हैं, एंड देन दे आर कमिटिंग सुसाइड. सो ये एक न्यू डेटा था जो ओंकार सर ने शेयर किया कि मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल फीलिंग लोनलीनेस एंड सो दे कमिट द सुसाइड, राइट. Then come to the next, what I understand is empathy work. Then next one is stakeholder interview, talk nice, talk tough, and dialogue culture. And it's need to be practices more, because we are not living that culture since so long, maybe 100 years, 1000 years. We learn the same thing. You do the education, you get this, and then you do the job, and then you get the salary, and then you survive your life. तो ये एक रूटीन जैसा है, वो हम रूटीन को जीते आ रहे हैं, सो हमें बाकी सारी चीजें पता ही नहीं है. बहुत सारे ऐसे थ्योरी हैं, बहुत सारे ऐसे कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं जो हमें पता ही नहीं है. वो रियलाइजेशन आज मनोज ओंकार सर ने दिया है, एंड थैंक यू फॉर दिस रियलाइजेशन सर. अगेन थ्री मूवीज की बात की सर ने. जो 3 मूवीज हैं उसमें एक मूवी तो हुआ माई ओपिनियन, सेकेंड मूवी इज इट विल नॉट वर्क हियर, राइट, एंड थर्ड वन इज लाइफ इज डेंजरस. मैक्सिमम टाइम मैं ऑपरेशन में बहुत सारे लोगों से मिलता हूँ. मेरा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन 770 के आसपास के स्ट्रेंथ को डील कर रहा है, सो मैक्सिमम लोगों से मैं मिलता हूँ, कनेक्ट होता हूँ. एंड ये तीनों ऑलवेज मैं अभी जब ये सेशन मैंने किया, ये 2 दिन का सेशन मैंने कंप्लीट किया, एंड देन आई एम एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड वेयर पीपल कम फ्रॉम एंड व्हाट इज देयर ओपिनियन एंड व्हाट दे फील अबाउट इट विल नॉट वर्क हियर. इफ यू वांट टू चेंज समथिंग दे कंप्लीटली डिनाइड. नहीं, ये ऐसा नहीं हो सकता, यहाँ तो 10 साल से हम ऐसे ही ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं, इससे ज्यादा आउटपुट नहीं दे सकते. सो दीज आर द रियलाइजेशन विच आई रियलाइज्ड हियर ओनली. सो थैंक यू वेरी मच.